Is Nancy Grizzard, and it is Cadet Garrett White and the 4th Platoon grandson. Get emotional. And the change that I've seen in him is the respect. He walks taller, and just everyone he's seen in the past week, he's opened doors for every person he's seen, and just yes ma'am, no ma'am, and the respect.
Hi, I'm Tracy Sparks. I'm mother of Cadet Ashley Sparks. Excited for her to be here at the challenge. She came home for her first pass and she was a different person. Very responsive, doing homework we didn't ask her to do. First thing she wanted to do was shine her boots so they'd be ready, get her things ironed ahead of time before we came back. And just more engaged at home and respectful, and have very goal-oriented of what she needs to do. So we're very excited and pleased with her, and saw the big changes for her her first pass.
Yes, I'm Joyce Lansdown, the grandmother of Cadet Ashley Sparks. I saw a great change in her also, when her attitude was much better than when she first started. So that was a good thing, and she seems, this program seems to be working for her really well, and I'm just so proud of her, and I'm looking for big and better things from her.
My name is Janine Brown Rojas. My son is Cadet Shaolin Rojas. I brought him to Challenge because in the area that we stay in, I felt like he just had some bad influences. He was getting in trouble in school, following the crowd. So with this first break, I did notice that he was more respectful to his adults. He did tell me he wanted to see his friends. When I asked him, okay, well, you know that they make some bad choices. He did tell me, he said, I know right from wrong. And he really didn't even hang out with them but one time. He actually stayed home most of the time. He wasn't trying to be out and about. He did chores without me having to ask him. He even did some this morning, which I was kind of shocked since his last day when I came home from work. So I can tell he's headed in the right direction. I still have to push him, like when we were doing job applications and college applications. He wasn't really interested in it, but I think that the program is definitely has him heading in the right direction. And I'm very proud that he's here, and he actually likes being here, I think. He had no problem getting up in the morning. He had made his bed. He made his bed every day too. That's something he wasn't doing before. So I think he's definitely getting some positives out of here. I think with the more time he's here, the better he'll be once he gets done.
I'd done a quick interview when I picked her up for pass, and at that time had a lot of expectations, but I didn't know, I hadn't seen her yet, didn't know exactly, what kind of changes I would see. Well, first and foremost, I think she lost about 20 pounds. That was awesome. One of the big reasons I brought Nora in was Nora was very lazy when it comes to any kind of manual labor, anything of that nature, and also just hard to get her to do it, hard to, if you told her to do something simple like take out the trash, she would ask you 30 questions, but where do you want me to take it, stuff like this. Day after she come home, she helped me on the farm all day long, and she done tasks very quickly without asking me a bunch of questions. Just amazed me at how much better she could work after just 9 weeks here or whatever. So I even asked her, I said now, why can you do this better now than before you can? She says, well, I learned one thing at Challenge. She goes, I learned not to ask a bunch of questions, just go do it. If I do it wrong, they're just going to come and tell me I did it wrong, and they're going to tell me the right way to do it. She goes, but if I start asking a bunch of questions or I drag my feet, then they're going to get on my case about it. And that was probably the number one thing I seen in Nora, was her being able to just go complete a simple task without asking a bunch of questions, do it properly, and do it in a timely manner. Very excited to see, what it's going to be like by the next pass in about a month, and of course by the end of it. Another thing, she did not want to come here in the first place, of course, like most kids. She was excited to come back today. After about 2 or 3 days at home, she told me then, I'm ready to go back. She goes, I miss my people down there. I missed my ATEX. She was excited to come back, so that also surprised me.